Hey, this is Wakia, the Holy Wind Warrior. Well, I've been doing a lot of videos on tribal things and spiritual things. I thought I'd just get down with the nitty-gritty with the news today, or not the news, what's going, world events, whatever. Because I want to get feedback from different people like Earth to Fozzie and, some people over in Russia, maybe Down to Earth, or Fanny Fryer, and of course I always like hearing from Natalie. I come on here to talk to my friends, basically. But have you seen what's going down with Poroshenko? I think he's losing his marbles. The stuff he says, maybe he already lost them a long time ago. Kind of reminds me of that. There used to be in the old days a puppet, Charlie McCarthy, and the guy used to sit him on his knee and he'd go, wah, and talk, and, ventriloquist type thing. A dummy. That's obviously what Poroshenko is. Where did they get this guy? Anyway, I know Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Man, he says some off-the-wall shit. Like he said today, something about, until Russia closes down the borders, we blah, blah, blah. In Australia, he said that. And then I read where, of course we know they passed that resolution, the Congress, again, basically declaring war on Russia. I'd like to get feedback on this stuff. What's the latest, Fozzie? You seem to have a handle on it over there. Give me the rundown. The things that are going on all spell out about that video about, the checkmate on on the USA. Man, there's some stuff going down with the Saudis too. Now, I don't know, is oil low now? Is it $50, $55 a barrel? Evidently it's real low. If it's beneath 70, then my take is that they're putting a stranglehold on the fracking industry or the shale gas industry, which supposedly the U.S. is the largest producer of natural gas or whatever now. I don't think so, okay? I mean, if they lie about everything else, wouldn't they lie about that? I mean, I'm sure, just by the amount of shit they're blowing up all over the place and the earthquakes they're causing in the United States. I mean, you look at every fracking well or every place where they inject that water and there's an earthquake, 4.5, 5.0, and they're all over, Oklahoma, Nevada, Arizona. They're blowing the shit out of Mother Earth, basically. And so, it could be that they're getting a lot of natural gas, but that stuff is, from what I understand, fracking only produces a certain amount. It's not like you got a deep oil well, and it's high cost. And so the Saudis are going, well, we'll just put a stop to that. We'll just lower the price of oil, and it'll be more. It won't be cost effective for these mega bankers or whoever's backing the shale industry. It won't be cost effective for them. It's a stranglehold. So if Saudi puts a stranglehold and Russia's got a stranglehold, looks like, party over for the U.S., hopefully. But the thing I don't understand is I see that Russia made kind of a little friendly connection with France, maybe. And I think they're coming in the back door and whispering in their ear, it's all going down. The West is, you want somebody that you can count on, that type of thing. And who wouldn't really? Merkel, I mean, she's, whew, ding dong, man, where's she at? They might replace her. She needs replacing. But this low oil is nothing more than a move by the. I think the Saudis are pissed off. No telling what's going to come out. And then of course we got all this stuff coming out about the torture in Iraq, Abu Ghraib or whatever it is. I can't pronounce it. I can't even remember. I try to forget that stuff, but I remember it. Oh, this is just coming out just now that these people are criminals and torturers, and didn't we know? That's a distraction. Who cares? We already knew that. Anybody that knows anything, we know what they do. They send them to torture camps outside the borders of the U.S. too, right now. Black camps. Send people over there. Yeah, you torture them, and then let us know if they spill their guts. And then we got the police state still going, and the shit with that. And then somebody wrote me a letter today. I don't know if this is true, but they said they heard an asteroid was gonna. Somebody said that, and it could be true. Somebody said that that the scientists or the nuclear scientists, somebody had knowledge of an asteroid that was going to hit down South America somewhere. That hasn't happened already before. It has, supposedly. Piece of and so they're closing down nuclear plants or something. I don't know. It's crazy the shit you hear. I knew about the oil thing, okay, and because I've been keeping pretty close tabs. But what I don't understand is why. Maybe I do understand it. Why Russia's now decided to sell some oil to the Ukraine? Probably because they're getting gold in return, or probably because they figure, well, we'll make a little money. They're going down anyway. I don't know. Maybe Fozzie could tell me. He seems to have a handle on that. But that's what I think. I think that they're just doing what they always did: sell a little bit here, sell a little bit there, get gold or get dollars, and then convert it to gold. I doubt if it's a big turnaround, and I don't think South Stream that's done with, and. We got Turkey now on the list of defectors, hopefully, from the West. It's interesting, man. It's kind of like a chess game, isn't it? It's like, oops. Or a Go game, the Japanese game of Go, which is much more complex, and they use little round stones, black and white, almost like yin and yang. And they move them around the board, and they try to encircle people, and it's a whole different strategy. It seems like that's more what's going on here than chess, almost, because chess is linear. But Go is a circular thing. You can place little stones everywhere around and gain territory, and so if you're a Go master, you probably understand all of this stuff perfectly well. But I think, to me, I mean, if you put all this stuff together, isn't it kind of heating up right now? It's been heating up, but I mean, when you get people are going, oh boy, gasoline is like $3.39 a gallon, and it used to be $4 something. Shit, I can remember when it was $1 a gallon. Cheaper than that as a kid. 28 cents maybe? Anyway, I can remember when bread was 15 cents a loaf. Okay. Now it's 3 something. The stuff I get. I don't buy that cardboard crap. Well, I guess it's all cardboard crap now. They just put a different label on it. Anywho, the outlaws are at it full time. This Saudi thing's really interesting to me. It really is, because OPEC has been the giant for years, and I think I'm kind of sensing that there's a big shift going on here. Big shift. I don't know, man, because Russia still seems to me like they got a lot of resources in the area of oil. They're one big oil facility, the whole country. And then the borders you got with Russia, they're everywhere. They're like, I know the West has got to be getting upset, right? They're got to be like pulling their hair out, right? It's like the Raiders of the Lost Ark, or something. I mean, it's crazy. Okay, so let's see if we can put this all together. We got Poroshenko the clown, and we got Merkel the mad woman, and we got all these other dipshits that can't find their ass with both hands, and spouting off rhetoric like puppets when they don't even know any better. Then we got Russia over there still playing it cool, just retaliating in words, basically. Now maybe they do have some, maybe they are shoring up some, military forces in the Ukraine. They said, that's another thing, they said we'd never annex we'd never annex the Ukraine into Russia. Annex. Well, what about if the Ukraine just wanted to go Russian? There's other ways to merge with Russia, I think, even if it's unsaid. And man, this campaign against, I guess it's the southeast of Ukraine, correct me if I'm wrong, from Kiev, is Donetsk, I don't know how you say that, and that other city starts with an L, Luhansk, Donetsk, I think that's it, Luhansk and Donetsk. They're on they're on Poroshenko and Kiev's shit list. I mean, man, they want to exterminate those people. And that's where Russia's sending in all the convoys like every week. I wonder if those trucks are like the Transformer, and they turn them into military equipment or something, God only knows. Something's going in there, even if it's electronics, sophisticated electronics, or fighters. What's to prevent, one guy driving in a truck, and there's no checking on the trucks at all. Anything could be going in. They're sending them in so fast. See, that's a chess move or a go move. Keep them going. Keep them going. Don't even give them time to think. Russia's cool, man. They've got those trucks going in there all the time, and they're not inspected by anybody, not to my knowledge. Maybe that's why Poroshenko's going, we need to shut down the borders between. Of course, the West is giving him everything he wants. I imagine that Blackwater, which is now called Greystone or something like that, they might have even changed their name again. Hardcore mercs, mercenaries, killers, hired killers, hired guns. They move in and then they give support to whoever's over there. Don't see as there's that much left in Kiev as far as over there, except the skinheads. It's probably just a total mercenary war. They're hiring mercenaries from each side. Russia isn't as blatant about that region. They're not as blatant with the mercenary thing, or that region isn't as blatant, I don't think. Then, when you see when you see guys with masks on, you can only see their eyes, and when you see nondescript uniforms, and when you see that with ISIS too. You see that with ISIS. You see the nondescript uniforms, and they look a little clean and pressed to me to be with the black masks. They almost look like they came right out of Navy SEAL camp, buds over in Coronado Island. Not that those guys are Navy SEALs, but I bet they're mercenaries or CIA. I think the SEALs have a little bit more honor than you get involved with that kind of thing, hopefully. I know some of them, as you well know. So the ones I knew, I don't think would get involved with that kind of goings on. Hopefully it hasn't changed. I don't know. I guess that's about all I can think of right now. If you didn't catch my Bible thumping video, you should catch that. That's a winner. Catch that with the rest of my the two before that. I don't know. I think I'm kind of on a roll here. Might as well get as many out as I can before the world ends. Or I'm trying to think if there's anything else going on. We know about China. Let's see. Am I missing anything here? See, I haven't been as on top of it. I've been kind of just detaching, because I know it's all a bunch of swirling bullshit. It's a shitstorm. It's out of control. Wonder how much. Some guy came on today and said that, and I believe this probably. I was watching some guy and he said, that the petrodollar's basically being shattered and is going to fall because of the Saudi thing going, the oil going down real low. It's almost like, it looks that way, and this looks like that, and that looks like this, but maybe we should hold by that old axiom about I'll believe it when I friggin' say it. I mean, people talk about, oh yeah, it's going to fall tomorrow, and it very well could. I've been saying that for a long time. It'll be the end of the world as we know it, okay? The world will still be here, maybe, if they don't incinerate it with nukes. But if there's a financial collapse, if there's a devaluating of the dollar, if the petrodollar doesn't hold, and Obama comes out some morning and makes the announcement, my fellow Americans, yabba dabba doo, you can't get your money out of the bank today. Due to circumstances that have risen, you can get such and such amount of dollars out of your bank account. Or if you have 150 grand in there, you can get 2 grand, or you can get $300. Or we're bailing in here. It's over, folks. Man, I say don't keep too much money in banks right now. Some of the best advice I ever heard is get a stack of 20s and stash it somewhere. And for the simple reason that, if you're walking around with gold bullion and, silver eagles and gold eagles or gold cougar ants or whatever, you're walking around with that stuff, and the shit has hit the fan and it's like almost Mad Maxville, people are not you're gonna hand them a ounce of silver Silver Eagle or something, or you hand them 20 bucks, what do you think they're going to take? The 20 bucks. Because they're going to have doubt about the silver. Most people see a 20 or any kind of money. I don't even care if it's worthless. They'll take it. Just like, you know, had an old flight instructor tell me one time, my ancient flight instructor that was from World War II, whenever he wanted to go buy an airplane, like a Cessna or whatever, or his advice was, if you go buy an airplane, bring cash. If the guy's asking 20 grand for it, bring 10 cash and hold it in front of his face and wave the greenbacks. Let's make a deal. Boom. Usually they'll take it, and that's a truism. For some reason they see that green, and that's what's going to happen if the system collapses. If you have a bunch of 20s stacked up, when it comes time to go out on the black market or talk to people, they're going to take 20s. Even if they use it amongst themselves, people don't. I mean, you know, gold and silver, you'll get robbed. Okay, big time. They won't take it in exchange for bartering. They'll just friggin' rob you and take your life. Say, yeah, we'll store that up for later. Now, where's your 20s? Okay, so I guess I spouted off enough. Let's see what happens here. It looks pretty much the same. FUBAR. Okay. Or snafu. And you know what those mean. Situation normal, off, up, and effed up beyond all recognition. So hang in there, people. Keep the faith and try to go spiritual, man. Because when I talk about this stuff, I don't know where it begins and where it ends, or if it ever began or if it will ever end. You know, it's like a circular, chaotic, almost like a hurricane that just never dissipates. It's just, you got the wall right there, people flying around, getting all caught up in the wall, thrown every which way up against the wall. And then you got the people in the center just kind of drifting along like us, wondering when that wall is going to hit civilization, when civilization could fall. I mean, civilization could fall. And civilization's the whole world. It's the whole earth now. It's too connected. There is no civilization over here and civilization over there. If one goes, man, if they don't all go, it's going to affect them drastically. Even Russia. Russia might make it, though. They have a propensity for surviving. If you can survive, what they went through in Stalingrad, in World War II, if there's any survivors to be had, that might be it. Okay, I'm out of here. This is Thunder. Vaya con Dios. Adios.